How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to talk about quitting drinking is all about learning in different situations, right? You know, when you're drinking alcohol, the more you drink alcohol, the more confined you get in the things that you do in life. You know, as I say in one of the other videos, variety is the spice of life, right? And in a normal life, we expand what we do. We get our buzzes from different areas of life. We do different things. We, you know, as we meet more people, our knowledge expands, our experience expands, and so does the, you know, life. We visit many different places. We build many different hobbies and interests and all that kind of stuff, right? But as you get more and more into alcohol or any drug, that experience starts to contract, and you know, as alcohol becomes more and more a part of your life, you need to drink alcohol in many different situations, right? So you start drinking alcohol in many different situations. So anywhere that you can't drink alcohol, or any time that you can't drink alcohol, you dismiss, right? This is the way I was. And eventually you get to a stage in your life where you're just thinking, Jesus, you know, like, I'm not doing anything anymore. All I'm doing is drinking. And the consequences follow that. Your life is, your body is, your health is it starts to suffer. Your mental health and your physical health, your relationships start to suffer, your finances, all these other areas of your life start to suffer. And when you quit drinking, it's really all about expanding out again. And a lot of these situations, a lot of things that you're going to do in your new life have to be learned, right? So you're going to have to learn how to deal with alcohol without or deal with life without alcohol in terms of relaxation, going to sleep, dealing with problems. You're going to have to go to social functions without dealing with alcohol. I mean, you know, there's plenty of places where you can go, right? Social functions which are so-called dry functions, right? Non-alcohol functions, where people are not drinking alcohol, and, you know, that's fine. And if you can do that in the first few weeks or months, then fair enough. But eventually you're going to have times when you're going to have to deal with going to social functions, go to birthdays and weddings and christenings and all that kind of stuff, where other people are drinking and couldn't give two fucks about whether you are not drinking or not. You know, they're doing their thing, and, you know, no slight onto you at all. It's just that they're doing what they're doing, and this is their world, right? So you have to get to a stage where you're growing accustomed to that, right? Without freaking out, without thinking, well, you know, I can't handle this, you know, or I need a drink, and, you know. But these are all learning experiences. I mean, and the more you don't drink, the more learning experiences you're going to put yourself into. You know, life is just going to throw you these things every so often, and you know, you'll learn as you go along. And that's really what this video is about, is not to, and as I say, the first few days and weeks might be about aversion, avoiding things, ignoring people who are calling you and saying to go out drinking, avoiding pubs and all that kind of stuff. But eventually you're going to have to go into those places, you're going to have to do things. So, you know, eventually you're going to have to learn the skills that are necessary, you know, to change those areas of your life. As I say, quitting drinking alcohol is a momentary decision that you take, right? Changing your behaviour and changing the lifestyle that you've been doing over the years, that takes a lot more hard work. That's where all the real hard work comes in. I mean, it's easy not to do something, you know. If you were locked up in a prison cell for a month, and there was no alcohol there, you'd quit drinking, right? You wouldn't be able to drink, and you probably would have a few cares, you know, about, oh, well, you know, I'd love a drink now, or, you know, I can't really do this, but you can't do it, so you do it. Somebody said to you, well, look, I'll give you £1 million if you quit drinking for a year. You know, you only get it after the year, and you're going to be timed, and you're going to be watched, and all this kind of stuff. You do it. You know, there'd be no doubt about it. You do it. It's just, it depends on your motivation, right? You know, if you've got a good enough reason to do these things, then you will do them. So, whenever we're talking about quitting drinking, whenever I'm talking about quitting drinking, I am always talking about behavioural change. It's about changing the lifestyle. It's about learning to do the new things in your life, learning how to relax, learning how to sleep, learning how to solve your problems, learning how to deal with strangers, learning how to deal with your friends, learning how to socialize in different areas, learning different hobbies and skills, and it's all about learning. You know, you might have to relearn some of the things, but I think mostly, for me anyway, I was drinking for 30 years, so all the things that I used to do in my past, in my youth, I got no relevance now because I'm a grown man, not doing the same things, not interested in the same things that I was when I was young. So it was all about learning different things. I mean, some of it is learning coping skills, and some of it is learning how to. So the coping skills are, you know, like the sleeping and relaxation and all that kind of stuff, how to deal with certain situations and experiences in your life. And the other parts of learning are learning alternative ways, alternative hobbies and all that kind of stuff. So the skills that you need to learn, what you need to do yourself, are going to be different to what I needed to do, you know. I mean, you might have no problem sleeping, for instance, or you might not have been using alcohol as a social lubricant. You know, you might be quite good at doing that without alcohol. So they're not something that you can write down in a book, you know. They're going to be a personal thing for you, so you really have to spend some time and effort just thinking about yourself and thinking about your own situation, and looking at each part of your life where you do drink alcohol, and then taking each one of those in isolation and trying to work out ways that you're going to change the situation for yourself, you know, how you're going to move forward, right? So just a quick video there, you know, just to say that every part of your life is going to require you to approach it differently, you know, maybe just a little bit differently, but differently all the same. And each part of your life is going to require you to learn a different skill, and that's what it's all about. I mean, we all are learning animals, right? We learn as we go along. We learn bit by bit. You learn based on what you know already, and you add to that, you know. And some of the stuff that you might know might be bullshit, you know. It's the same as me, you know. It's a lot of times you go through life and you think, well, the stuff that I've been doing all along has been harming me, you know, like drinking alcohol, for instance, smoking cigarettes, you know, eating crappy foods, thinking that you're invincible when you're younger and all that kind of stuff, you know. So it's a learning process, you know. Life is a learning process. You learn through experience, you learn through listening to yourself, through thinking, and you know, that's all quitting drinking alcohol is really all about, is learning new skills. So I hope you got something out of this video. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Keep the alcohol out your mouth, stay safe, onwards and upwards. Take care of yourself.